To get started with some of the advanced form functionality, let's open this file shippingmemo2.pdf. You can find it in the Lesson 2 folder that's in Part 2 of the project files that you install to your hard drive. I'll double-click it to open it, and we'll get started. The first thing that we're going to want to do is duplicate, or better yet, replicate some of the elements on this form. Now, I've scrolled down to the middle of the form so that we can see that I have some form elements here, and I want some similar form elements underneath them. In fact, basically what I want to do is create duplicates that go down the page. To start with that process, I'll choose Tools, Advanced Editing, Select Object Tool. And the reason I'm using the Select Object tool is because it allows me to select any of the form elements regardless of their type. If I need to, I can edit that form element by simply double-clicking on it, and it brings up the Properties dialog box for that type of element. That's not what I need to do here, so I'll go ahead and close this. What instead I want to do is drag select to grab all of the form elements in that line. And again, what I need to do is replicate them down the page. Now I could click on one of them, hold the Control key down and drag, and I'll create an exact duplicate set of the first group. That's not what I want. Let me show you why. To make it easy for myself to jump in and out of preview mode, I'm going to quickly grab the Tools, Forms toolbar and dock this over to the side, which is something generally you'll want to do anytime you're working with forms, because I want to jump into preview mode and show you that if I drag select the word description and change it to pies, and then hit tab to jump out of that, notice that the description below it also changes to pies. That's because those two form elements are exactly the same. They share the same name, they share all the same attributes, meaning that what goes into one goes into the other. That's not what I want. So I'll return to the Select Object tool. I'm quickly going to dispense with these form elements by selecting them and hitting the Delete key. Now, to replicate them the way that I want to, I'm going to first select them, and I'm going to right-click on them and choose Place Multiple Fields. This is different than duplicating them. It creates instead multiple copies of the fields that use a different name so that they're not connected together. Yet they look exactly the same, they work the same way, it's just that their names are different so that you can enter different information into each of the fields. To know how many I need to create, first I'm just going to count the gray and white lines that I have here in my document. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a total of 8, so I'm going to type in 8 into this value field here. I'll hit Tab, and Acrobat will preview it for me and show me the 8 fields. Now they don't align to the gray and white areas in my form, so I'm going to space them a little bit, and to do that I'm going to change the height by clicking here. And what this does is it just increments the amount of distance among each of the fields, and I'll do it visually until I get the form fields about where I want them. And that looks like it's about right. If I needed to, I can move the entire group together with these buttons here. So if I need to adjust them up, I can click up, or if I need to adjust them down, I can click down. When I'm done, I'll click OK, and Acrobat has added 8 sets of these form fields to the document for me. That's a very, very quick way to produce something like an invoice where you'll have very similar but differently named fields all in a row. Set one row up the way you want it, and then use right-click, Place Multiple Fields as a way to replicate your work.